Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me?
हाँ भाई आजा। कहाँ पे? हाँ हाँ, आजा आजा अब। रूम तो मालूम है ना मेरा, वहीं आजा। रूम तो मालूम है ना, वहीं आजा। हाँ।
All right. So, last time we had understood the introduction of everything, plus we had done those case studies, right? Anybody has been able to try the case studies yourself? Any of you have tried the case studies yourself? All right, all right. No worries, no worries. Okay, so anyways, we're going to have proper assignments from this week, so don't worry about that. That was only for you to understand, to open up your mind on what is analytics. Shall we begin, everyone? I request you to please open last week's file again. We had something left here last time, which we had to complete according to the time. So let's finish that first, and then we'll begin with today's file. Everybody, please open last time's file. We had done till rounding, right? I hope all of you have downloaded today's file as well from the LMS, from the backend. All right. Please let me know once you have opened the last time's file, so then I'll begin. Let me know when you're done. I'll quickly begin then. For the link, you already have been given the login. That's what you have to use. That's the link. You've been given the login already. Kunal, if you ever get 0.000 like that, all you have to do is decrease the number of decimal places from here. You remember this? Decimal places.
हेलो हेलो हेलो। अब बोलना, क्या हो गया?
Shall we begin,
हेलो
everyone?
हेलो।
Yes. All right. Let's begin, everyone. Yeah, I muted them. Don't worry. I muted them. All right. So until last time we understood how to simple calculate the discount by just multiplying it, then negating it to get the after discount. And then we did both the things in one single step, right? And then we also added 5% of shipping. Then we rounded that to 0 decimal points. Until here, any problem? Everybody's good till here. Can I continue quickly from here? Yes. Now, this whatever we have done were called calculated columns. What do I mean by calculated columns? A calculated column basically is a separate value for each row. Yes or no? You're getting a separate value for each row, right? Make sense? Make sense? Make sense, everyone? But what is a measure? A measure is a single value based on some calculation, right? So what can be a measure? So we are going to learn some functions which are called sum, average, max, and min. These are the functions that we are first going to learn. So let's see how to do this. We are going to learn it on two columns. Let's say the quantity and the final sales. Whenever I say final sales, guys, always take this column, the last one that we created. Is that okay? Is that okay, everyone? It's just for the sake so that everybody has the same answer so we can compare each other's answers. All right. So you take this column that we just created in the last day, right? Now, in terms of quantity, what I will do is I will say equal to SUM and then press tab to open the bracket. I hope all of you are just observing right now. Don't do it. Just observe. 2 minutes, just observe. Then I'll go to the first quantity. Then what will I do to select all the quantities down? What will I do? We have learned this last time. What will I do? I will press a control shift down. All right. A control shift down to select the entire column. Then I will close the bracket and press enter. Is that making sense, everyone? Is that making sense? Similarly, if I do a sum of final sales, I'll again go here to the first value, then control shift down. Now, where can I see my formula being built? Where can I see it? So Trisha, we've just started with some basic formulas. That's the sum function. So you select the first value and then press a control shift down. Right. So you can see the function in the formula bar, right? You can see your formula getting created in the formula bar. But if I am still want to see my formula in that cell itself, all right, at any point in time, I can press a control backspace and it will bring me back to that cell. All right. I'm going to repeat this. Please observe. Equal to sum tab. I will go to the first value, press a control shift down, and then from anywhere I can press a control backspace and it will bring me back to that cell. I can close the bracket and press enter. All right. So this is your sum function. Similarly, you have average, max, and min. Go ahead and solve all these 8 functions. If you have any question, ask me.
सम एवरेज मैक्स मिनिमम तो मेरे को आता ही अभी
Done, everyone? Simple enough? Guys, always remember, write done once you're done. All right. Rahul, which part? Which part, Rahul? Which part do you want me to repeat, Rahul? So equal to sum. If I'm taking the final sales equal to sum tab, go to the first value, control shift down, close the bracket, enter. That's all. Uh, guys, everybody please pay attention when I'm showing something. It's very important, otherwise you'll keep on repeating everything. So equal to sum tab. For the quantity, I'll go here, control shift down. I can directly press control backspace and that will go there, control backspace. I can't see your name. Who is trying to write to me that you're not getting the file there? What's your name, sir? I'm not getting your name. Arun, can you call up Rahul or Deepak? You had come last time, last class, Arun. Were you there last class? Did you see the recording of the last class? Okay, please call up Rahul or Deepak, whoever your point of contact is. They'll be able to help you with the login because I don't have those details with me. It's with them. Yeah, please do that. Guys, whenever anybody misses any class, please don't come without seeing the recording. Otherwise, you'll be lost what's happening. All right, everyone. So that was that. Now we are going to look at three more functions: count, count A, and count blank. All right. These are three functions that we are going to take. Please observe, everyone. Please observe. So I'm going to take the color column, all right, as well as the quantity column. I'm going to do for these two columns. So when I say equal to count of the color column, okay, I hope everybody is paying attention. Please don't make me repeat this. I take this column, close the bracket, enter. See what happens. You get a 0. There were so many values, yes or no, but you got a 0. Why do you think that would be a 0? Why do you think? Perfect. So equal to count is only counts numbers and dates. All right. Only counts numbers and dates. So if I do it here, if I take the count of the quantity, all right, or any numeric column, it will give me a count. Is that okay, everyone? Yes, everyone. Hmm? Try the same thing for count A and count blank. These are also formulas, and see what's happening. You will understand what these functions do. Please write done once you're done. Correct. Count blank is giving you 0. The reason is in that data there is no blank. So if you go and delete any one color, you will see that the count blank starts giving a value because it counts blanks in the data. Is that okay, Fanindra? Perfect. Understood, everyone? Understood, everyone? All right. So with that, we were done with last time's class, whatever I had to complete. Now let's get on to the new file. Everybody, please. Actually, we can continue in this only. The data is the same in that. So we'll continue in this. Yeah. So count A. Okay, I'll just write this right. Count A counts everything, right? Counts all. So, or maybe you can remember as anything. A means anything. So numbers, text, and dates, everything. And this counts only blanks. That's how you can remember it. Good enough? All right, everyone. Okay. Now we're going to learn a couple of more functions. So let's start with large and small. All right. What does large and small do? So if I take the total sales, okay, if I take large, all right, large, then I take the, oh sorry, not total sales, it's called the final sales. I'm so sorry about that. Is the final sales, right? The last column. So if I take large, I take this column, comma, it's asking me for K. So if I want the second largest, I'll put 2. If I want the fourth largest, I'll put 4. Simple as that. Is that making sense, everyone? Hmm? Go ahead and do that and find small also. That will give you the whatever slowest. Large will give you the highest. That will give you the lowest. Large means first you take the column, comma, you choose what largest do you want, which highest, third highest, fourth highest, that's all. Whatever highest you put that number. Guys, please pay attention when I'm showing it. Please pay attention carefully. I've already covered all this. So I'll go up, right? Control up, I can go up. Now from the first cell, I'll press a control shift down, comma. Then put what the number I want. Understood, Ashwari? Yes, I was going to come to that, Saurabh. So, guys, large and small will do what? If you have 5 numbers, okay, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, which is the third largest number in this? Which is the third largest number? Which is the third largest number in this? No, the third largest number according to the large function is this 4. Because 5, 5 will be considered first largest and second largest. So it doesn't find the second, third unique largest. It finds the third largest. Understood, everyone? All right. That's how it works. Same for small. So if you have 10 smallest values, until small comma 10, you're going to get the same value again and again. All right. Carry on, everyone. Carry on. Okay, now I want you to everybody please pay full attention. I'm going to explain a concept of something and then you can try it out yourself. I'll give you a couple of questions. I'm going to give the concept. Aishwari, please, guys, please don't write to me anything in private because it gets difficult for everybody else to know what I'm talking about. Aishwari, please, I won't be able to email it. Please download it from the LMS. That's how that works. Go to the login and download it from there, everyone. And this is the file that we are still using from the last class. So I have not even started on the new file. This is still the last class file only. All right. You have the login, Aishwari. Arun, were you able to download it? What happened, Arun? Aishwari, please go and download it again from that link. Please do that. Indraj, that's what I'm saying. So if you have same numbers, if I have 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, my second lowest will be 4, but my third lowest will also be 4 because there is a 4 happening again. That's why. That's how it works. That's how the function works. Make sense? Yeah, if you don't want to consider the repeat value, what we will learn is we will be able to get remove duplicates. So we are going to remove these duplicates. So automatically this will get deleted and this will get deleted and then you will get it. Understood? Yes, Prasiddhi, that's what it means. So until 10 you will get the same value. Whatever number of values, not 10 is an example. Of course. Same goes for large and small both. No, Indraj. No. Fanindra, those are two different values. So that will be first largest, second largest. They are not the same values. Guys, please don't get confused. Indraj, I don't know what you meant by that. So if I have 55443, I am not going to find how many times a value is there in the sheet. That's not the objective of large and small. The objective of large and small is, in this data, give me the second largest value. That is 5. Why 5? Because there are two 5s. So first largest is also 5, second largest is also 5. Is that okay? Hmm? Good, everyone? Yes, Saurabh? That's exactly what I said, Saurabh, that if you want the second unique largest, you're going to learn something called as remove duplicates. Not today. We're going to learn it later on. So once you learn that, you'll be able to remove the duplicate. So when you do that, this and this will go away, right? Then what is the second largest? That value. Understood? If you want, guys, I'll show you right now only. Let's not keep this confusion on. Let's do it right now. So everybody selected the final sales column. Select the final sales column. Everyone do that. Let's do this right now only, so there's no confusion then. Select the column, everyone. Copy it. Make a copy of it. All right. But you have to pay special now. So just do what I'm saying right now, because see, we are jumping to three topics. So right now you may not understand fully, but just right click and click on this, paste as values. Just click on this values. All right. So you'll get a copy of your data. Done that much, everyone? Done that much? Paste values. Done that much, everyone? Now go in the data tab and click on remove duplicates. There is an option called remove duplicates and you press OK. So it will remove all the duplicates and only 45 values are remaining. Now if you do a large and small on this, you are only going to get the second unique largest, second unique smallest. So there's no direct function for it, but this is the way you can do it. Understood, everyone? All right. Okay, now everybody, please leave everything and pay full attention here. Everybody leave everything and pay full attention here, please. Please leave everything. If you continue doing, you'll ask me again to repeat. So please don't do anything right now. Just pay attention here. All right. The question is saying, count the number of records of, let's say, black color. All right. What do you mean by the question? Let's see the question first. So if you look at this column, there is a color column, right? Where there are multiple colors mentioned, right? So you want to know where all are black colors. Rahul, what happened? I just showed that. We just discussed that. What happened, Rahul? Where were you? Don't worry, we are anyways going to learn remove duplicates later on, so I'll show you that time. Don't worry. Guys, please pay attention right now. So here you have a color column. Here you have multiple colors, right? So you want to know how many records are there of black color, right? So you see 1, 2, then 3, and so on and so on. So normally what you do in real life, you will go and filter your data and then you'll take a count. Yes or no? That's what you normally do. or you sort your data and you get your count? Yes or no? So you will not do that, all right? You will use a function which is called count ifs, all right? So I'm going to do this in Notepad so you understand better. It says count ifs, all right? What do you mean by ifs? So if means a condition, s means you can have multiple conditions. Is that okay? Make sense, everyone? Hmm? So if there is a function called count if, what would that do? What will be the difference between count if and count ifs? Can you think of anything? Right. So with this, you can only do one condition, right? With count ifs, you can do multiple conditions. But count ifs, you can also do only one condition as well, right? So that's how it works. So we don't need to use count if at all. We can only use count ifs. So there are two things that this will require: a range and a criteria. All right. But in Excel, it will look like this. Just observe. So there's no confusion. Observe carefully. It will look like this: criteria underscore range comma criteria. All right. So this does not mean that it's asking for a criteria. It's telling you give me the range of that criteria. So the word is this, but it means this only. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? So what will my criteria be for this question? It will be count, oh, sorry, the range first. So range. So what will my range be? It will be the color column, right? So if you look at the color column, that is the D column. So I will normally do this, right? So I'm typing here, but you will not type it. You will select it. I'm typing because it's notepad. All right. When you do this control shift down, then for criteria, you will put the color which is black. All right. So you don't put color. That's not the criteria. The criteria is black. Now, because this black was text, you will put this in double quotes. Is that okay, everyone? Make sense? Make sense? Simple enough. So remember, whenever the criteria is text, it will be with double quote. Numbers will be no double quotes. Okay. Yes, always select all. So from top to the end. Number with sign, meaning it will be with double quotes, meaning what? Let's say you put a criteria like greater than 500 or less than equal to 1000. If you select these kind of criteria, it will be with double quotes. Is that okay, everyone? And then date will also be with double quotes. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Yes, no? Hmm? Okay. So go ahead and solve the first question, the black one, and then I'll put more questions in the notepad itself so you can start solving them. All right. No, I won't be able to mail these notes. That's why I'm copy pasting into the chat box. That'll just be easy for you to take it. Hmm? No, it does not matter. It's not case sensitive. It's not case sensitive. Guys, for caps lock or capital or small letter doesn't matter. It's not case sensitive. What do you mean by text numbers part? I didn't understand that, Prasiddhi. So if it is a number with a sign, so if the criteria is such that it is a greater than 500, like how the question 4 is greater than 1000, then you put it inside double quotes. That's all. Check the spelling, Kunal, check the spelling. It must be a matter of the spelling only. Might be a space at the end or something like that. I'll also solve them. Quickly, I'll also solve them so we can match our answers fatafat. That's your first question. Then the second question is for full sleeve. So I'll take this. That's your full sleeve. 3899. Yes, everyone. Counterfeit quantity 4. So because it's a number, I will not put double quotes. I'll just put the number. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Do you see that? No double quotes. I'll just put a number. Guys, please check your answers. If anybody has a different answer, check it. If I made any mistake, check that also. Those are my answers. Please check your answers as well. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. Don't worry about the green thing. Sometimes it checks the date format and it tells you that, hey, is your date format correct? That's what it sometimes does. But there's nothing to worry about that. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about that. Date answer is 68, Trisha. Yes. Done, everyone? Can I give you more questions, everyone? Can I give you more questions? All right. I'm putting more questions. Please take the questions. So it's going to be count the number of records only. With I'm just writing with. Please count the number of records. With the blue and go ahead and try this out. These are the questions. Go ahead and try this out, please. I put 3 more questions. Think about it, Trisha. You only think about it. You only have to solve it. Try it out. See what the formula is asking you for. Which one, Prasidhi? Which one? Question number? Which question number? Third. Third is nothing. Just this. Third is nothing. Because it's a number, that's why you don't put double quotes. I explained in that, right? See this? Numbers, no double quotes, right? And for the date, all that you have to do is put a double quote. That's all. There's nothing else. Is that okay? Cool. Amit has got the 6th one. Anybody else who got the 6th one? Good, good. So I'll explain the sixth one, everyone. Please see here. If you look at the formula, it is first asking you for a range. So I'm going to go ahead and take the range of the color, which is blue. So I'll take the range, comma, blue, right? Put a comma again, and it's asking you for the second range, which is half sleeve, the criteria. So you take the range of that, and you say half sleeve. Simple, right? Similarly, you do the others. For yellow and white, what did you get? For yellow and white, what's the answer for yellow and white? That's wrong, Kunal. That's wrong. It can't be 0, right? There are values with white and yellow. Anybody who got the eighth answer? Anybody who got the eighth answer? Can I show the eighth answer now? Everybody please pay attention, leave everything. Leave everything and just pay attention. Now yellow and white both are in the same column. Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? So is this kind of a formula going to work for that? Will this formula work for that? It won't work. Why? Because it will always give you something which is yellow as well as white. That's not possible, right? It cannot be yellow as yellow as well as white. So it can be yellow or white, right? It can be one of the two, correct? So what we are going to do is we will calculate first yellow. Let me put the formula: count fs color, comma, yellow. See here, this is my formula till now. Simple enough till here? Simple enough till here, yes or no? Now I'll close this. So that's your calculation for yellow. Plus count fs. Again, one more count fs for white. Taking the same range for, comma, white. So that gives you yellow plus white, yellow and white, or yellow or white. So while speaking in English, we say yellow and white, but in reality, it should have been yellow or white. Can you just copy the color column and then do it? Means what? What do you mean by that? Trisha, I understand the question. What would that mean? If we copy the color column and paste the entire row, I still don't understand, Trisha. Can you switch on the mic and tell me?
So if we just we have one color column, if we just copy it once more, there'll be like we have a different coordinate for yellow and then a white. Like it won't be the same position where we have to row or column where we have to select for white and yellow. Without adding one more count effects.
I don't understand. How will that help? So you're saying you will have two columns next to each other. Color column, color column. How will that help? Because next to white, you'll have white only, no? Next to yellow, you'll have yellow only. Next to white, you'll have white
Right.
only.
Ah.
So how will that help?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you.
Welcome. Understood, everyone? Anybody who's not understanding any part, please ask me right now, because then I'll carry on to the next area. Come on, simple quantity 4. So take the quantity column, comma, put 4 without double quotes because a number. And then the color column, which is the color column, it is this one. Next style, so say color. That's all. Understood, Saurabh? Let's just remember the double quote thing, that's all. If you remember that, no problem at all. Let me know when can I carry on. All right. Please see here now, everyone. Please see here. Now the question is going to tell you, let's get the sum of quantity. All right. Okay, let me do it next to this so you understand very well. All right. I'm going to do it next to this. Okay. So that's your question number 1. Yeah, that's your question number 9. Now we are saying sum of quantity when the color is black. Yes, everyone, is the question clear? Is the question clear? Yes. So now, if you look at the question number 1 versus the question number 9, can you tell me what is the difference in both the questions? So there is one additional column coming into picture, right? Which is the quantity column. Yes or no? Earlier there was no additional column. There was only one column, which was the color column. Correct? Yes, we have an additional column, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say sum if s. That is clear. Instead of count if s, we will do sum if s. Now what sum of what? Sum of what are we looking for? Sum of what? No, not black. Sum of the quantity. So I'm going to go ahead and point to the quantity column first. When the color is black, so to give black, first what will I have to give? The color column. Excellent. So I'll go ahead and give the color column, right? And then I'll say black. Boom. So the number of records were 2162, but of those 2162, the sum of the quantity was 6509. Is that making sense, everyone? So let's go ahead and solve the same questions. Instead of count, you do sum. All right. So I'm going to write the questions. Don't worry about that. But that's what you got to do. So sometimes I'll write sum of quantities. Sometimes I'll write sum of final sales. So you take the respective column. All right. Go ahead. Please go ahead and do this. Start solving. Question 9. The first thing you do is take a sum of which column. So the question says sum of the quantity column. So you take that. Then as it is, the way we did earlier. That's all. So after that it's saying color column because it's asking for a range again. A range of what? Of the criteria. If no, it matters. Padma, when you see sum if s, it's first asking you for some range. So you have to give the sum range first. You have to go by what it asks for. Happening everyone? That's a question for Saurabh. It simply means that when you have your number with a sign, all you do is put it in double quotes. That's all. Done everyone? Same thing. Prasiddhi, check your earlier formula. Same thing. You have to put the date as it is. It's the way it's mentioned in the sheet. You can't put your own date. You can't put 2nd March. You have to write the same way. 2 March 2017. Come on guys, I'm not going to spoon feed. Huh? You have to start thinking now. Why you put 3rd March, 6th March 2018? Question says what? What is the question and what have you done? Sure, I'll do that. Done everyone? Done everyone? Anybody who's still doing it, please tell me. Otherwise, I'll keep waiting when everybody's done also. If you're still doing, please tell me right now. Good. Guys, this is getting interesting now. Getting interesting. Last time was pretty much the basics. Now we're actually starting the formulas. Getting interesting now. Question and answer at the end of the class. Yeah, I've already pasted the so answers. It will be difficult to paste one answer, but you can just okay. Let me see if I can do that. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just see if I can do that. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can do
मना करते कंचे हॉस्पिटल जाऊ बोलते बोलू काहीतरी जा.
That's your countifest function.
सरकारीने जाणार असेल बरं.
Who's that? Rahul, please put yourself on mute, please. Rahul Vatkare. Rahul Vatkare, can you please put yourself on mute? Thanks, Rahul. All right. That's your countifest. Similarly, you have summifest. It's pretty similar. Good, everyone. Can I carry on? Question number 13, Madhulika, is simple. Same way. No, nothing, no difference in this. Okay. Now, everybody please observe. I'm going ahead because nobody's telling me that anybody is still doing it. Huh? So anybody still doing it, tell me right now. Otherwise, I'll go ahead. All right. So now, how? Same thing. What is the question in that? Can you post, Indraj, what have you done in question 14? Can you post that, Indraj? Can you post your formula in the chat box? What have you done? Indraj, can you copy paste your formula in the chat box? Let me check it. Okay, so two conditions. No, how we did countifs? Same way, two conditions. Come on, guys. Sum if s. Take the quantity first, right? So you take the quantity first. Then comma, then blue. So blue is a color. So I take the column first, right? Color is blue. Comma. My second condition is half sleeve. So I'll take the half sleeve column first. No, Indraj, that's wrong. Because you've done plus. You don't have to do that. You have to do that only when you have two conditions on the same column. Here we have two conditions on different columns. That will only happen in the last question. You have to understand the difference between the two questions. And anyways, your answer is wrong because you have only put two things in sum if s. Sum if s requires three things. Alright, everyone, can I carry on? Okay. Now, guys, similarly, how we did sum if s, you also have average if s. Okay. So what will average if s do? Can anybody tell me? What would average if s do? What do you think average if s will do? Exactly, it will give the average instead of sum. So if the question says, alright, if the question says that, so this will be the question 19, right? Average of quantity when the color is black, right? So all that you have to do is take average if s instead of sum if s. The thing remains the same. Average of what? Average of quantity. All right, when what? When the color. So when the color is what? Is black. When you do this, you get an average per order. All right. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Yes. Makes sense, everyone? All right. So like this, you go ahead, not right now, in your in the week, during the week, you go ahead and solve average if s for the same questions also. All right. Okay, sorry, Soumya, that was a mistake. This should have been question 17. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. So go ahead and solve the same questions for average if s as well. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Cool. Yeah, Amit, actually, that's not in our control. This is a software, it's a US based company. It's called GoToMeeting. That software is not in our control. Since sometime they're having this issue, I don't know when they are going to solve it, but we have no control over this software. It's an international software that we are using. Sorry about that. We can't do anything on that. There is one way to do it, guys. If you can download the GoToMeeting software, right now you're using the browser version, right? So I don't use the browser version. I use a desktop version. So you can actually go ahead and download it from gotomeeting.com, and then when you log in, it will be your desktop application. That is easier to use. You can do that. Hmm? Which question, Saurabh? Which question? I already did that. All right. Okay, everyone. Carrying on. Carrying on. Now open the second file, guys, whatever you downloaded from the LMS. Open this file, everyone. All right. All right. Everybody's open this file. Everybody open this file. All right. Now we're going to learn sorting and filtering. So the data is the same, guys. I would have just done it on this. Actually, we would normally do these questions on this, but we were doing it on the previous file, so I continued there. Otherwise, it's the same data. Now, everybody has done sorting in Excel, sorting and filtering, basic sorting and filtering. Everybody's done. Yes. Let me quickly just go over it yet. Let me just go over it quickly. So you keep your cursor in the data, anywhere in the data, and then you press Control A to select the full data. Select the full data. Now go to the data tab, and in the center you will see a sort button. Can you see that, everyone? Sort button. Click on that and this will open up. Sort by. So right now, let's say we want to sort this data by the color column. So you take color and press OK. And suddenly your data is sorted in ascending order of color column. Simple, everyone understood that much? Within this, suppose within the color column, think of it like this: client wise, product wise, client wise, product wise, category wise, product wise, location wise, client wise, anything like that data that you have. In this, you can say add level, and then by, if I say for example next style, then what will happen within each color, you will get for each and every next tile wise as well. So within black, you will see that all colors have come together. Then you will have the other next tile, and then the other next tile, then the next color within that. Is that making sense, everyone? Is that making sense? All right, please try this out. Please try this out. Within this, I can again say add level, and I can say, for example, total in descending order, largest to smallest. If I do that, within that, I'll have a descending order. So if you see my screen, I've already kept it open. Share your screen, please. Share your screen, please. Click on the monitor icon. Click on the monitor icon. Prasiddhi, share your screen, please. Click on the monitor icon quickly. Show me. Open the Excel, I can see your screen. Array, but you are on pattern. What will largest to smallest be? A number. Come on, Prasiddhi. How can largest to smallest be in a text column? Did you understand? All right. Padma is asking, guys, please don't write to me in private. Please, I'm tired of saying this again and again. Please don't write to me in private. Write to everyone so everybody knows what you're asking. So Padma is asking, can I email the questions and answers later? Okay, let me see if I can send this file to everyone again. I'm not 100% sure because nobody asked this yet to me ever. But because we do it in class, everybody is able to do it. If you have any questions, definitely you can put in the discussion forum. Let me speak with them if I can send the file. Let me check with that. All right. But the questions I've already posted. Okay, I've already posted the questions. If you want, I'll post the questions again. No problem in that. Yeah, I'll try my best. I don't know if I can do that. I'll just check with Digital Vidya what is their practice. All right. Okay. Carrying on, everyone. So that was sorting, simple way of sorting. Now what we are going to do is filtering. Okay, yeah, before that, how do you remove the sorting? How do you remove the sorting? How do you remove the sorting? So if you're saying delete level, so if I say delete level, my data did not happen, it's still the same way. So what you need to do is you need to just sort the data by the order number, because that's how your data was sorted earlier. So honestly, there is nothing like remove sorting. It's just that your data was sorted in a particular way, you change the sorting, and then now you want to get it back. Is that making sense, everyone? Make sense? You just sort it back by the order number, that's all. All right. Okay. Now we're going to learn filter. So normally the filter button is obviously next to sort, but there is a shortcut to start the filter. Anybody knows the shortcut to start the filter? How do you start the filter? How do you start filter? So it is Control Shift L. Control Shift L. With Control Shift L, you can immediately start the filter. And if you want to close the filter, also you press Control Shift L. As simple as that. Okay, everyone. Control Shift L. Okay. Yes, what's the question, Kunal? What is copy level in sort? So if you have a level and you want to make a copy of it, if you ever want to do that, but I have never used this. I don't know why they've even kept this. I've never used this. It will just make a copy of that level. That's all. All right. So now in filter, what we do is, Padma, that's why I told you last time also that if you make it your version to 2016, that's pretty similar to the one that we are using. If you're in 2011, that's a pretty old version. So try and get on 16. That has all the same shortcuts. All right. Now in this, you can take the filter. So you can just simply filter. I hope everybody uses filter. There's nothing to really teach in simple filter. So like this way, I got color blue. Within blue, if I want only small size, I'll take that. Everybody knows this much? Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? Now, within this, suppose I want to get, okay, so do this much, everyone. Color blue and size small. Just do this much. Color blue and size small. Please do this much. All right. Now, observe carefully, everyone. Observe carefully. Observe carefully, everyone. Now, what you do for this is, when you look at any number columns, I'm going for the total column, there is an option called number filters. Hmm? And in that you can go for greater than. So for example, this is an example, greater than is an example. So if I type 7,000, I'll get all the records which are greater than 7,000 only. So you have all these kind of options where you can choose what you want to filter based on. Understood, everyone? All right. Similarly, if you go to the date column, you will find all these kind of options. So here you get a lot of dynamic options like today, tomorrow, like that. So if there are today's dates available in the data, right now we don't have that data, we have 2017 data. But if that data was to today's dates, if you take today, you will immediately get only data of today. That really helps when you are looking at doing, kind of tasks or follow-ups or anything like that. It really helps. So I can just filter out what all follow-ups I have to do today. Make sense? All right, so that's your filter. We have to learn one formula. Let's just complete that and then take a break so that there's no confusion. Everybody close the filter, close the filter. I completely forgot, it's already 11:35. I should have given a break at 11:20. I just didn't realize, sorry about that. Let me finish this topic and then we'll take a break. Hmm? So just 2 minutes, leave everything and just focus on what I'm explaining. Guys, 2 minutes, leave everything and just focus here. All right. So when you run a filter, some of the rows get hidden. Yes or no? Some of the rows get hidden. Yes or no? Right? Whatever you filter on, the other rows get hidden. So my question to you is, if I put a formula here, suppose if I put a formula here and I filter in such a way that the red gets hidden, so this formula will also get hidden. Yes or no? It will be there, but it will get hidden inside. Correct? Right? So hence I'm going to put my formula on top, because why am I putting on top? So that even if I run the filter, this is never going to get hidden. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay, everyone? Yes, no? Is that okay? All right, now please observe. I'm going to run a simple formula of summation of the entire quantity column. I got my answer clear, clear. I got my answer clear. Yes, everyone clear this much? Soumya, repeat which part? Soumya, please guys pay attention when I'm teaching something. There's nothing difficult that I'm teaching. It's just that if you pay attention, I don't need to repeat. So my Soumya, only thing I was saying that if I run a filter, some of the rows get hidden. So if I make a formula in any of the rows below, that row will get hidden if I run a filter. That's why I'm making the formula on top, because that header row will never get hidden. That's all. Is that okay, Soumya? All right. So I made a simple sum function, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a function which is called subtotal, not sum but subtotal. But within that, you have a summation function. Can you see that? Can you see that, everyone? Yes. Can you see that? Hmm? So if I take that, I'll press tab. I get 9. What was that 9? That was this sum. All right. What is breaking up as in? Is it better now? Is it clear now? What is this sum? Guys, are you all there with me? What's happening? Yes, subtotal, the sum. Did you find that now? Yes? Alright. You take this, comma. Again, I'm saying I want the sum of the quantity column only, nothing else. Right? But I made that as a part of the subtotal function. Alright, so actually I've taken the sum of the quantity only, but put that as a part of the subtotal. Here it is a direct sum function. Alright, go ahead and do this much, everyone. Go ahead and do this much, then I'll carry on. Actually, just run the function. What it does, don't worry, I've not even explained that yet. Yeah, just run the function and see that you get the same answer. That's all that we've done yet. Done, everyone? Now, what does this subtotal do? Let's understand. Essentially, we got the same value again, but what does it really do? So now, just observe carefully. I'll explain how this works. So if I take a filter, alright, if I run a filter, and if I take the size, for example, only small, now see the two values. The first value is still the full summation, but the subtotal value is only of the records that are available right now. Is that making sense right now? Is that making sense? So whatever I filter, I get the summation of only the records that are in front of me. So I ran a filter. What filter did I run? Small size, right? Small size. So how many records are in front of me? Whatever number of records are in front of me. So of these records, what is the sum of the quantity? That is this 7818. How did I achieve that? Using the subtotal function. So essentially, subtotals gives you a sum of only the records that are available in front of you after filtering. Understood, everyone? Yes, that's right, Prasiddhi. Copy what, Amit? Copy what? 9 is the function. So you get a list, right? You get a list of functions. Which one do you want? 9 is the sum function. Amit, what do you want me to copy? Understood, everyone, how this works? All right. So it's a very useful function when you do a lot of filtering and you just want to see what is the output right now based on current filter. All right. Let's take a 20-minute break, everyone. We're pretty much on track. We'll be able to complete by 1 o'clock. So let's take a 20-minute break. What's the time right now? Yeah, 11:45. Can we all start at 12:05, everyone? Again, 20 minutes is enough. 12:05. 12:05, guys. Yes. All right. See you in 20 minutes. All right, let's continue, everyone. Everyone's back. Let's continue. Let's continue, everyone. All right, please observe. Please observe. Now we're going to learn something called as data validation. All right. So whenever you open a new email account, what are the kind of questions that you are asked? What are the kind of questions that you're generally asked? What are the kind of questions? Correct. So age, gender, date of birth, things like that, right? Now, just think of it like this, that if you are looking at putting your mobile number, can you put text in that? Can you put ABCD in mobile number? Can you put ABCD in mobile number? No. If you are asked for a name, can you put anything else in that apart from alphabets? No. So these are the kind of validations that you do. All right. So what you can do is, so I'm just going to give examples right now. So we're going to mark some examples. I'm just putting some borders so we know what we are doing where. All right. I'm just putting some borders. So here, let's allow in this box only whole numbers between 0 and 10. All right. Let's solve this first question. Okay. So I'm going to keep my cursor in the box. Everybody please do it with me. Keep your cursor in any box. I'm putting it in B2 right now. Putting it in B2. Now go to the data tab. Go to the data tab. And there is an option called data validation. This box will open up. Understood, everyone? Understood? Understood, everyone? Now in this, in allow, you take a whole number. Okay. And between, you can say between 0 and 10. Make sense? Yes, everyone. Now try to put a number 11 in this, it will not allow you. Try to put a number there 11, it will not allow you. Please write done once you're done with one. So this happened for B2 only because our cursor was on B2. So we'll take other examples where we select the entire column, so it gets applied to the entire column as well. Easy enough, everyone? So if you put 4, it will take it. Like this, solve the other questions. So allow decimal only above 1.5, then allow text length No, Soumya, that border was only as an example. I just wanted to show you that we are doing it in this box. Hmm? Allow text length minimum 7 characters. Alright. Solve these 3 questions, everyone. Solve these 3 questions. Some are very simple. Wherever you keep your cursor and apply the data validation, it gets applied to that cell only. Alright, please let's go step by step, guys. I will make you learn everything, don't worry. Alright, right now we just did for one single cell, that was B2. We did not select B2 to B7. Alright? Yeah, so Padma's question is, how do we put a maximum, right? So here you will have to choose decimal. Question is you want to allow above, so you will have to say greater than. You can't take between in this, right? So you say greater than 1.5. So you check all these options, they're all available. Make sense? Understood, everyone? What did you do for allow text length minimum 7 characters? What did you do for that? For allow text length minimum 7 characters, what did you do? Okay, you selected text length, then perfect. Greater than or equal to 7. Not less than or equal to, greater than. Because if you take less than, you are allowing less than 7 characters. You want to allow more than 7 characters. So you say greater than equal to. Clear, everyone? All right. So that was a simple 3 questions. And I'm going to add some more questions. So now we are going to say make a list of A, comma B, comma C. All right. How do we do this? So I'm going to say data validation. Allow a list. In source, I'm going to write A, comma B, comma C. All right. I hope everybody is observing. Please don't make me repeat this. Please observe what I'm doing. In allow, I took list. In source, I'm typing A, comma B, comma C. When I press OK, I get a drop down. All right. If I try to enter something else, it will not allow it. So you get a drop down. Try this out. Try this out. All right. Now what we are going to do is make a list of some brands. So if I take some brands, for example, let's say I take Samsung, Apple, Google, NHTC, whatever, some brands that we have taken. All right. Oops, sorry. Amit, did you apply the drop down on one cell or multiple cells? Guys, please pay attention when I'm showing something. What I explained earlier, wherever your cursor is, only on that this data validation is going to get applied. How to do it in an entire column, we'll learn that. Don't worry. We're just learning the basics right now. All right. Okay. So let's see. I have some brands, right? Now what I want is I want a list of the brands in this. So in allow, I'm going to take list, and in source, instead of typing these names, I'm going to go ahead and select the names like this. All right, go ahead and do this, please. Go ahead and do this. Done, everyone? Hmm? Okay. So now you can make a list like this as well. Now the only thing is, if you're using Excel 2007, your data, this data, the branch data example, has to be in the same list. It cannot be in another, in a same sheet. It cannot be in another sheet. But if you're using Excel 2010, 11, or 10, or 13, or 16, it can be in another sheet as well. All right. So this is how you can do it. And of course, there is a date option as well. Oops, sorry. There is a date option as well, where you can choose that you want to allow a particular date. Good enough till here, everyone? Good enough till here? Yes? Hmm? Aishwari, when I explained, where was your attention? Where was your attention when I was explaining this? Please tell me right now. Guys, I don't mean to be any rude anything, but it's just that if we keep on repeating everything, we'll not be able to complete anything at all. So in the list, it's just A, comma B, comma C. That's all I wrote. All right. When we do this, it's you get a list of A, comma B, comma C, means you get a list of A, B, and C, right? And if you want that list to be not typed but from the brands, all you need to do is, instead of typing it, you simply go and select from here. That's all. Understood, Aishwari? Understood that? All right, perfect. So the same thing you could have typed with a comma. That's all. That was A, comma B, comma C. Cool. All right. Now, how do we do it for the entire column, right? So let's say we have couple of columns. We have order ID, no problem, Ashwari, no problem. Suppose we had order ID, then we had order, okay, let's take color for example. Then we had quantity and price and total price and total I'm not taking because those will be just be entries. For example, let's take customer ID. All right, customer ID. So we have our order ID, then we have our customer ID, then we have color and quantity. Okay, just put these 4 columns, everyone. Just put these 4 columns. Done, everyone? All right. Now, what we're going to do is we want to apply data validation to the entire column. But if we select the header, it will get applied on that also. So we don't select the header. From here, we take Control Shift down. Right? We do a Control Shift down. So it selects the entire column. Make sense? Make sense? Yes. And in the order ID, we can say that the order ID has to be a whole number and it has to be greater than 0. It cannot, order ID cannot be 0 or negative, right? So I'm saying the order ID has to be greater than 0. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, everyone? Good till here? Now this has gotten applied to the entire column. Why? Because we selected the entire column. As simple as that. All right, clear, everyone? So like that, now you give me in customer ID, you give me a text length of 4. You cannot have anything else. Your customer ID has to be a 4 character ID. So you'll take text length which is equal to 4. Make sense, everyone? Make sense? Four is an example, Prasadhi. It's an example. You can put 5 if you want. Understood, everyone? So if I put this, it will take it, but if I put this, it will not take it. Right? Text length equal to 4. Right? Yes, Kunal, that's correct. Now for colors, you make a list outside: black, blue, green, whatever colors you want to put, white, yellow, and make a drop down of all those colors. Make a drop down of all those colors only. This is again an example. You can put whatever colors you want. Make a drop down of those colors. Okay. Now, again in quantity, you can have again a whole number which is greater than 0 because you can't have a quantity in decimal, right? So like this, you can apply for entire columns. Is that okay, everyone? Is that okay? Absolutely clear? Yes, data validation is clear. All right. Going forward, come to the next sheet, everyone. Working with text. Working with text. Okay. Yes, Kunal. What's the question? What's the question, Kunal? Can we copy data condition from? Okay, I'll show that also. Before that, I want to just put some links in the chat box. Guys, I'm putting 3 links in the chat box. You guys have to try this out before we meet next time. All right, this is a part of the assignment. You don't have to submit this, but this is something that you have to do in the assignment. All right, please take these 3 links, copy these 3 links, and they are videos that help you understand even custom data validation. Okay, so once we learn the next topic, these 3 links will become understandable for you, because we are yet to learn some functions which we'll do right now. So after we learn these functions, which is the next sheet, working with text, you'll be able to do these as well. All right, okay, everyone, please copy those links and make sure that you go through all those 3. They're just 5-minute videos, not much. You'll be able to understand it very easily. All right, coming to Kunal's question. So suppose I have the order ID column, right? One second. I'll put it here first, and then I'll put it there. Did you get it now, Fanindra? Okay. Now, what we've done is we've done the order ID, right? So we have applied a condition here, right? Suppose the same condition we want to apply for quantity as well, right? So you can copy paste, but before you start putting your data, you copy and you paste. When you do that, the data validation gets applied to this column as well. Is that okay, everyone? Does that answer your question? What you were asking? You can copy paste and it works. The data validation gets applied. All right. So how do you copy data validation? That's how you simply copy and paste. Coming to how to remove data validation. All right. So suppose if I wanted to remove the data validation that I just applied on the quantity column, then I can go into this and I can say clear all. That will remove the data validation. Yes. Understood? Understood, everyone? How to remove data validation? Yes. Amit, your question is, do I need to always do it on the entire column? See, simple logic. Whatever cells you do it on, it will work for those cells. Simple. You do it for the full column, it works for the full column. You do it for 2 cells, it works for 2 cells. Simple as that. So this is how you can remove the data validation as well. All right. Can I check what conditions are applied without? No, you cannot. You will have to go there to check what is the condition applied. Simple. All right. Okay. Yeah, one thing that I can think of right now, what you can do is you can go to the error alert and you can write something here. Okay, let me just show you an example. So I'm taking the quantity column. Guys, this is a good question. Let me just show you. I just thought of it. So if you go to error alert and you write, let's say, whole numbers only above 0. All right, if I write this and if I put a negative number, the error that I get will be what I just wrote. So like this, you can explain the user what he or she has to enter. Is that making sense? Make sense, everyone? In the data validation, you can go to error alert and here you can write whatever you want. So when somebody puts in wrong data, they get the message with this text, so then they know what they have to put. Make sense? Perfect. All right, so that was your data validation. Now let's get on quickly to the next sheet. We have a couple of formulas to learn yet. Everybody's in this sheet now? Yes, no? Everybody's in this sheet? Okay. 2 minutes, leave everything. Please don't do anything right now. Just leave everything and pay full attention here. Then I'll give you time to do it. Alright, 2 minutes, leave everything. I'm saying equal to upper. There's a function called equal to upper. If I take this text, if I press enter, what will happen? What will happen if I press enter? What do you think will happen? Perfect. It will become all caps. Understood? If I say equal to lower of this text, it will become all lowercase. And if I say equal to proper, what will happen? What do you think? Only the first letter of every word becomes capital. Everything else becomes small. First letter of every word. So it's very useful when you are looking at things like first name and last name and things like that. All right. So go ahead and do these three things: upper, lower, and proper. All right. Okay. Similarly, now run trim on all these four. Run trim on all these four and tell me how does it work. What happens? Tell me what does it work? What does it do? Correct? So it removes the extra spacing. It removes the extra spacing. All right. Now let's go forward to the other question. Oh, before that, let's just write something here in a blank cell. So I'm writing, for example, Excel space 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 RUSH. All right. I've written this word Excel, three spaces and rush. Just write this anywhere. Write this anywhere. Excel, three spaces and rush. Now convert this to proper case along with trimming in a single function, in a single formula. convert it to proper case and trimming it in a single function, a single formula. Understood everyone how to do two formulas, two functions in one single formula? So you could do a proper of trim, or you could even do a trim of proper. In this case it will work because both the outputs will be similar. In the first case it will do trim first and then proper. Here it will do proper first and then trim. Make sense everyone? Alright. Let's carry on. Now we are going to learn some more functions. Left, right, mid and len. Alright. So again, you guys leave everything and pay full attention here. Leave everything. If I say left, I take this comma 5. What will I get? What do you think will I get? What will I get? So I'll get HELLO. Simple. If I put 6, I will get HELLO exclamation. If I put 7, what will I get? You'll get hello exclamation and space. Space is also a character. Similarly, if I say right this comma 8, alright, what I'll get is namaste from right side. Try these two. Understood everyone? Now if you use mid, okay, can I continue? Everyone? Guys, you always should write done once you're done so I'll know that everybody's with me. Alright. When I say mid, suppose I take this first. It's asking for the text first, comma, start number. Let's say I'm writing 9. Why 9? Sorry, 8. Why 8? HELLO is 5, exclamation is 6, space is 7, and the next H is 8. From 8th, I want 5 characters. So HOLA exclamation. Understood everyone how this works? Start from the eighth. From eighth, pick up 5 characters. Do this as well. Do this as well. Understood, everyone? And we can say len of this. When you say equal to len of this, you will get the total number of characters including the spaces. Alright, everyone. Let's take the next example as a case study of how do you clean a list of mobile numbers. So even if you have 5,000 mobile numbers and you want to clean them quickly, how do you do that? All right. So the first thing that we want to know is what is the length of each of these mobile numbers? Is it 8 digits, 9 digits, 10 digits? What is the length? Yes or no? So what will you use for this? Equal to? Perfect. So I'll say equal to len of this and I will drop it down to this much, everyone. So now you know what is 8 digit, what is 9 digit, what is 10 digits, and so on. Now, everyone. All right. Now next to this, you get something like, for example, you want to. Oh, before this, we want to sort this, right? We want to sort this. So we're going to sort this data by the length. So we get all 8 digits and 9 digits together, 10 digits together, and so on and so on, right? So select this and go ahead and sort it by the length. Understood, everyone? All right. Now, what we want to do is we want to extract the correct number, right? We want to extract the correct number. What do I mean by this? First, we know that all 9-digit numbers are wrong. Yes or no? Yes. It doesn't make sense to keep the 9-digit numbers. So I can simply select this row and delete it, correct? I can do that. 10-digit numbers are all correct. Do I need to touch them? No, I don't need to touch them. 11, then 12-digit numbers. If you see the numbers, some have a 0 at the beginning. So they are correct numbers. They're not wrong. This number is wrong because it doesn't have a 0 and we don't know what is the incorrect digit. Yes or no? Right? So this number I can delete the same way. And so let's select the row and delete it. Let's select the row and delete it. And if you look at these three numbers, they are with plus 11, right? Because they are 12-digit numbers. Excel cannot handle 12-digit numbers in the general format. So if you want to convert this to a number format, you just click here and make it number. We have learned this last time. Just make this number and then you can remove those extra decimal points. You can just remove the decimal points. Now you have correct numbers, right? Now which of these numbers are correct and which of them are wrong? Which of these is wrong? The second one, right? So this one is definitely wrong. So I can delete it, right? Now what I have is four numbers where you want to just remove the 0 or the 9 1. So you can do it manually because it's four numbers. But what if it was 4,000 numbers where you wanted to delete the 0 and the 9 1? How would you do it? Okay, what would you do for this is you would do a write function, because why? You essentially don't want to delete the 0 and 9 1. What you want is the last 10 digits. Yes or no? Yes or no? Correct. You want the 10 digits from the right side. When you do that, it just neglects the 0 and the 9 1 and gives you 10 digits from the right side. Indraj, what was your question? In the home tab, in this drop down, you make it number format. That's what you do for that. Got this, everyone? How to get rid of that 0 and 9 1? Yes, everyone? But now what you got in the output is a number which is left aligned. Yes or no? It's a number which is left aligned. Yes or no? What you wanted was a number which would be right aligned. So if you ever have a number which is left aligned, all you have to do is multiply it by 1. When you multiply a number by 1, the value doesn't change, but just the format changes. All right, everyone. And you are able to get this. Understood, everyone? Done, everyone? Not really for alignment, it also changes the format of that to a number format. Alignment you can anyways put from up also, but it actually changes the format. All right. Okay. Quickly observe everyone. We have two more things to cover. I'll quickly do it. It's not difficult at all. So select this data. Select this data. Select this data. Now go to the data tab. You want to remove the salutation, right? Go to the data tab and click on text to columns. Click on text to columns. Did you find that, everyone? Text to columns. Okay. In that, take delimited and press next. Press next. Now click on space. So click on that space. So it will take up space as a delimiter. And then you press finish. And you will see that on every space, your data has got split into multiple columns. Understood, everyone? This is how you can split data based on some delimiter, whether it's a space or comma or whatever you have. So if you have name and comma surname, you split on the comma, it will get split up. Text to columns, delimited, next, and you tick on space. So you're going to split the data on every space. All right. Now, what you got is first name and last name split up. What you wanted was the name together because you only want to remove the salutation, right? So now how do we get the name together? So basically there is a function which is called concatenate, all right, which combines the content of two or more cells. Oops, sorry about that. Concatenate. So if you take this comma, you take this, all right, what you get is Shruti Gupta. But you wanted a space in between, yes or no? Yes or no? So anything you can add using double quotes. You could add a space, you can add whatever you want in between. Whatever you add yourself in double quotes, that gets added in between, at the end, in beginning, wherever you want. And then when you double click, it works for all the cells. So it combined the content of your first name and last name together using a space in between. Try this out, please. Understood, everyone? Hmm? Now, this is for homework. You don't have to do this right now, but I want you to solve the below question yourself later on. So I've given you data as three parts, right? You got to put a formula in that orange box, that light orange box, which will make the output like above, right? So here it will look like this: Shruti space a slash, then Gupta. Oh, sorry, it will come Gupta first, then Shruti, Mrs. This should be your output. Is the question clear? Is the question clear, everyone? So this is what you have to do using the concatenate function, but not right now. You do this for the homework. So you got to do the average ifs as well as this. Is that okay, everyone? And also the assignment. Now you have your logins, everyone. So you got to go to your login, download the assignment and solve that and submit it. Okay, everyone? I hope you all know about the assignments that you have to submit every week. I had spoken about it last time. Yes, everyone. So you have to go to your week 2 and go to the assignment. Yes. Download, solve and submit it. And also solve the homework. Which is the homework? One is this concatenate function and the other is the average ifs questions. Same questions in average ifs. Do this much before we meet next time. So your learning will be perfect. And we can continue from here. All right. Guys, I've put a feedback link in the chat box. Please click on that link and fill in the feedback form. Please do that, everyone, right away. Please, nobody goes without filling the feedback. It gives us a good idea of how the course is going for you. We need to make any changes, we'll be more than happy to make that, right? If your pace is not fine or anything you feel, please let me know. Guys, please fill in the feedback. Don't go without filling the feedback. In week 1 assignment, there are questions. Which topic is covered today? Yeah, I know that. I couldn't finish those things. So you can fill in the both the assignments together. You can submit both the assignments together. No problem. You can fill that and submit that today also. No problem. Sometimes it may happen that if I am not able to finish one topic, I'll just roll out to the next week. That may happen sometimes. All right, guys, please don't go without filling the feedback form. It's a real sincere request. It helps us a lot to understand how the class is going. I've already shared those. Let me do it again. Yep, that's the one. Thank you, Trisha. Where do we need to submit today's assignment given to you on average? No, average and concatenate you don't need to submit. That's something that we'll just discuss in the class. Don't worry about that. Yes, Aishwari. Could you ask if you can send us the finished file? Yes, I'll go through that. Don't worry. I'll check on that, Padma. Most welcome. What's your question, Aishwari? When do we? Yeah, I'm not. So that you can check with your program coordinator on the assignment submissions. They are the ones who will be able to help you on that. For guys, for anything related to the assignments in terms of submission or anything like that, call up your program coordinator. They'll be able to help you. Rahul, you don't need to submit the average FS and the concatenate. That is only for our discussion in the class. Hmm? All right. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all next week. Yes, Amit. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.